Okay, we're going to be talking about the weatherization renewable energy technology template that you will have to fill out if you're going to be doing renewable energy measure for WAP. Okay, and this is, you'll go to your WAP memo 024, and you'll see where this comes in your application to use renewables in WAP. So starting at the top, you'll just be filling out all these blocks. There's really nothing difficult here, so I'm not going to go through every block, but we'll scroll down, and you'll see I've highlighted in yellow. You're also going to fill out this environmental questionnaire, which nobody calls it an environmental questionnaire. Everybody calls it the NEPA form, and I'll get to that after I go through this form. So, renewable energy technology plan and description. Just talk about what you're going to do and the type of house you're going to do it in. Make sure you talk about how long this thing is warranted for, because that's how long the life of the measure will be in your audit. Okay, here we talk about leverage funds. Leverage funds, of course, will help you buy down the renewable energy measure, because most renewable energy measures are not cost effective without some sort of leveraging going on. Will any tax credits be involved? Usually not for low income clients, but maybe the way you have it set up, maybe your multifamily building or something like that will be eligible for tax credits. Historic preservation, of course. Will it be net metered, which means that you're not paying for any energy that you produce? You get your own energy free. Okay, now here's where it gets a little bit complicated. Energy audit data. Okay, these next few blocks talk about how you're going to show that it's cost effective. Some audits have that built into it. Most don't, so you'll probably have to calculate it on your own. There are different ways of doing it. National Renewable Energy Lab has come up with a spreadsheet, which you can also find in that WAP memo 024. And all you have to do is fill out this side over here, the left side, and at the bottom it'll give you an SIR. You can see that this was done for another project. They didn't have any leverage funds, and they did not get, their SIR is only 0.67. And that's it for that form, really. You describe what you're doing, you make sure it's cost effective, and you've done what you need to do. Now let me get to this NEPA form. It's a little bit more complicated, but still not too complicated. The one thing is, you see, it says at the top of it to be completed online only. Well, that's for the project officer. So you're going to download one of these forms and complete it yourself, and then you'll email it to the project officer, and he'll fill in a lot of these blocks, NEPA control number and FOA number, all these things that I've highlighted here. He'll be filling these out, and most of the rest of it you will be doing. And it's not a whole lot different than the form we just talked about, the template. You'll talk about the project, and you'll talk about how it's funded. I think you're usually going to answer no to this question if it involves any laboratory research or development or anything. So after that, it's very self-explanatory. And the main thing you're going to have to do is tell where the projects are and what you're going to do at each project site. And they give you examples here, so that shouldn't be difficult. As long as you know, you'll be able to do it. And then they talk about health hazards, things like that. Most of these you should know. Most of them won't have any health hazards if you're just doing a photovoltaic or something like that. If you're doing, they talk about ground disturbance and things like that, drilling permits. If you're going to be doing something like ground source heat pump, you'll have to do that. Otherwise, for photovoltaics, you probably won't have to do anything like that. And they talk about hazardous waste, all these things. Here's the part that talks about the historical structures, floodplains, wetlands, all this. You'll have to fill out all this. And once you've filled out this form in its entirety, like I said, you will email to the project officer. He will finish the rest of it. He will send it to NEPA, and then NEPA will give their approval. And really, that's it. It's not none of these forms are difficult to fill out, but you will have to know what your project is like, and you'll have to know the details of your project. What you don't need, you'll leave blank. And if that's not enough, your project officer will get back to you. And good luck.